आपादमौलिपर्यन्तां गुरूणामाकृतिं स्मरेत् येन विघ्नप्रणश्यन्ति सिद्धन्ति च मनोरथः लक्ष्मीतनोतु नितरामितरानपेक्षमग्रद्वयं निगमशाखिशिखाप्रवालं हैरम्बमम्बुरुहडम्बरचौर्यनिक्रं विघ्नाद्रिभेदशतधारधुरन्धरं नमः सर्वेषां स्वागतम्. So we were talking about the 20th shloka in the Bhashya session where Brahmovacha, he is saying Garbhasthita mrita vapi Mushitaste Sudushitaha. Mushitaste, there it was Haswa. Mushita I had mentioned, it is Mushitaste, it is Dirgha. Mushitaste Sudushitaha. Naprapta Yair Harir Diksha Sarvadukha Vimochani. So, Yair Nalabdha Harir Diksha, the one who doesn't get Hari Diksha or Hari Diksha, they will be stuck in that cycle of birth and death. They will get the Garbhapapti. That means they will go for that avastha, Garbhavastha. I mean, they will Garbhasanja, they will go into the Garbha to get a life. So here the mention is just it's a periodic statement saying that Brahma is saying that the one who doesn't, that is Vishnu Diksha Karanenartha Paramparam Aha. So because to get that Vishnu Diksha, he is saying that if you don't get it, then you will get you will be in Garbhasthita. That means you will go into the womb. But Yair Diksha na prapta te Garbhavasa Dukhavantaha. It means one who doesn't get that Diksha, then they will be stuck in the womb. That means they will be stuck in the cycle of birth and death. And they will also incur the manifested dukkhas. Reason is simply that manifestation is leading to dukkhas, as we have seen previously, and with Sankhya philosophy, the three different kind of dukkhas that we are going to face, they only come to us after manifestation. So if without Diksha we are subjected to manifestation, then manifestation is going to be subjected to dukkhas, then we are going to be subjected to dukkhas. The only way to get away from it is Hari Diksha. So therefore it is called as Sarva Dukha Vimochani. That is the relation. That is the logic. So Mritaha Marana Dukhavanto Vantaha Api Mushitaha. So here the people who are not getting Hari Diksha, they are going to be subjected to, they are going to be dukkhas, they are going to be piditas, they are going to experience the pidita avastha. That's all. So, a very simple explanation, very simple ukti as well. It's like I said, this is a conclusive statement. After a lot of things, this is a conclusive statement. So, it has been presented as an opinion. Then the next one is a shloka that is given by a different speaker, but we already seen that shloka. Sakradabhyarchito yena deva devo janardanaha yatkrityam tatkritam tena sampraptam paramam padam. So this, it was previously given by Shankara. Now we see that it is actually coming. There also we had mentioned that it is from Markandeya Purana. So here it is Markandeya Vacha, and he is also, Rishi Markandeya is also giving this, and he is giving it to Rudra, it seems. He is mentioning it as there's a conversation going on. In that conversation, there is a mention, and he's saying, is this true, or it's the one who doesn't, by worshipping Janardana, Devadevaha, who is Devadevaha, by doing that, we can easily grant Paramam Padam. And there is a continuation. The next one is Dharmartha Kama Mokshanam Nanyopayastu vidyate satyam bravimi devesha hrishikesharchanadrate. So this devesha here, this devesha is Rudra. So the conversation we can see over there. Why is it important for worshipping Hari for Purushartha Prapti? He is giving that answer. It is simply because sustenance can only be presented through Hari. It cannot be through Brahma or through Rudra. Because one is initiation, one is destruction. So creation and destruction are coming into play. Both of them can be a part of sustenance, but they cannot be sustenance itself. Sustenance can be a cycle of birth and death. It can be within that. There are many cycles of birth and death can come in place in that one existence, one role of sustenance. Like when we eat food, that indicates the end of hunger, and then after it has been digested, then again it starts. So there is a cycle of birth and death in every order of sustenance, but sustenance itself is separate. It is an engulfing thing. So there has to be one thought, one sustenance, one stability over there. That can only be that is the reason we have Purushartha. From dharma, artha, kama, moksha, we have continuation. One ends, one starts. One ends, one starts. There is multiple cycles like that. But for that sustenance or that continuation of that, it is important for us to worship Narayana or Hari. Because of that one particular reason only, there is importance given to Hari Diksha when it comes to Purushartha Prapti, and this is also agreed by Rishi Markandeya, who is a devotee of Rudra. He is a ardent devotee of Rudra, of Shankara. And he also says that Hrishikesha Archita Archanadrita, the one who does that, the one who does Archana of Hrishikesha, that person gets Purushartha Prapti. Dharmartha Kama Mokshanam na anya upayastu vidyate. There is no other upaya than to worship Hari. It is not a question of who is Parameshwara or who is the Parabrahman. The tattva that has to be looked at, that needs to be understood. Undoubtedly, fire is important for everything. That is Ushnate, it has to be maintained, etc., 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 etc. But this summer, I think we can all understand that importance of quenching thirst can only be done by water, not by fire. Even if we reduce fire to the most, you know, torment fire or Ushnata, we reduce that Ushnatva to almost nil, it can still not quench our thirst. So, to quench our thirst, we need only water. And sometimes even liquid doesn't work. Vaguely mentioning some liquid that will not work. It is actually water. So that quality is there with water. The same way, Hari Tattva is closely associated with sustenance because that is what what it embodies. So therefore, why we say Sambhavami Yogi Yogi is because he's trying to give continuity. We are not seeing the end of existence. It is said that when it comes to Pralaya Shiva, him opening his third eye is going to end existence. That is Rudra. But whenever Vishnu takes an avatar, or when we accept that to be the avatar, it is going to start something new, another cycle. It is not going to end existence. That is the understanding. So Vishnu is somebody who is the reason for sustenance, and therefore Purushartha Prapti being a doctrine of sustenance, we have to make it a point to worship Hari. So that is the reason Hari Diksha is given so much importance. And for all samsaris, Purushartha Prapti is important. And therefore, I think they can let go of the ashramas and the Vedas and all those things, they can live without it. But Purushartha Prapti, whether they agree with the ancient structure or not, everybody knows that Dharmartha Kama Moksha is extremely important. Moksha today has taken a back seat, but I think everybody wants to get rid of the dukkhas that they face whenever they face it. They may not be looking at moksha as liberation from a cycle of birth and death because nobody has experienced it or doesn't recollect it. But freedom from suffering is always a very coveted state of existence. So that is always um, sought by everybody. So that is what has been given in these three shlokas. So Brahmavacha, he is giving one, and then Markandeya, Rishi Markandeya is also giving his opinion on that. So these two are very important. This is the Bhashya for 20th, 21st, and 22nd shlokas. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः प्रतिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण मही महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रिये वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतिस्वभावात् ओम यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि।